Hey guys, it's Jackie. I kind of wanted to do another horror-related video and also include archery in it. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the video game The Last of Us. It's like a post-apocalyptic survival horror game where you primarily play as protagonist Joel and fight to survive against zombie-like creatures known as the infected, as well as other humans who have grown desperate for their own survival, and some humans who are pretty much just vile scum. The game spawned one sequel, a recent remake, and an upcoming live action HBO series starring Pedro Pascal as Joel and Bella Ramsey as Ellie. Obviously, in the case of surviving a post-apocalyptic world, we need weapons. Of course, we have guns, but those are loud, and there is a limited amount of ammo scattered around. There are stealth moves, like strangling an enemy from behind or stabbing them with a shiv, which you have to gather materials to create, but they only last a couple uses depending on what upgrades you get. There are also many variations of the infected, some of which rely completely on sound, like the clickers. If you ever draw their attention and get into close quarters with these things, the only thing that can save you is a shiv, assuming you have one left. It's plenty much the best option to take care of them at a distance. But how do we do that quietly? Well, later on in the game, we find a bow. Most mass-produced bows nowadays have fiberglass reinforcement on the limbs. The bow in The Last of Us is considered the ranged stealth weapon, but out here in the real world, we know that even bows can be loud. You can upgrade the bow mostly with increased damage and decreased weapon sway, like with our guns. That's about it. It doesn't look like anything was really added to the model of the bow in game, like sights or stabilizers, so it appears Joel is shooting instinctively. Of course, this is a video game, and for us players, we have a projection type line to use for ultra accurate aiming. Now, I am aware that in The Last of Us Part 2, the bow does resemble more of a takedown recurve, kind of like the Samick Sage and others, and sights and stabilizers, and even like front weights are visible upgrades you can see get put on the bow when you upgrade it, but the logic is still questionable. Sights don't make you more accurate. It's much more complicated than that, and the noise a bow makes is still not addressed. But not that I've actually played The Last of Us Part 2 because, well, I heard a lot of negative feedback about it. Anyway, I'm going to run another test similar to my Kingdom video, link in description. I will use my personal setup with my recurve bow. My setup is, I like to think, mostly traditional. I don't use a sight. I just have like a front weight in the stabilizer bushing. It's about 50 grains. I also have a Flemish twist fast flight bowstring from Shatterproof Archery and some otter string silencers which I installed myself. I shoot off the shelf with some felt material there. I shoot split finger Mediterranean and anchor my index finger to the corner of my mouth. I Also have felt material on the string grooves where the string would hit the limbs, as well as some felt material in the limb pockets to minimize rattle. There are many variables to consider. One is human error, another is wind, and even though I've done everything to minimize the sound my bow makes, it's still not completely silent, and the string silencers actually make the bow a bit slower in addition to quieting the string. So let's see how I do. Now I know this is just a flat target, and it's not like a clicker charging for me. So yeah. Anyway, I'll take a few more shots with the POV camera.
Headshot.
So yeah, not perfect. Any of those misses would have alerted any infected in the area, and I would have had to resort to my firearms. Good thing I'm just doing this for fun. Anyway, I hoped you all enjoyed the video. Happy Halloween and stay safe out there.
Ellie,